Welcome to Fantasy Playbook, where today we go point counterpoint on a longtime fantasy standout, LaDainian Tomlinson. I'm Scott Engel of RotoExperts.com, and this is Adam Ronis of Newsday. And I'm not a big fan of LDT this season. I mean, he's hitting 30 years old. I don't hold a lot to axioms, but this guy is clearly not what he used to be. According to Mock Draft Central, he's going 6th overall in drafts. I think that's too early. I'd rather take Chris Johnson or D'Angelo Williams. The offensive line is quite not what it used to be, and now this is Phillip Rivers' team.
Well, Scott, I disagree. Tomlinson's like that car that you've had for a long time, and it's held up really well, and it's starting to show some cracks. You know what? You replaced the starter, you replaced the alternator. You know, he had a myriad of injuries last year. You know what, though? Look at the final numbers. 1,100 yards still 52 catches, still double-digit touchdowns. Very few running backs put up those numbers. You take away the name Tomlinson, you'd be satisfied with those numbers. The expectations are high for Tomlinson. I still think he has something left in him.
Yeah, but at some point you trade that car in because it's got so much wear on the tires. He's getting hurt because he's carried such a heavy load for so many years. I think he's still a good goal line back. But you're talking about the first-round pick. You're talking about somebody 6 in the first round. Heck, I might even go for a wide receiver there. Give me Larry Fitzgerald. Give me Andre Johnson, especially if it's a PPR league.
I could understand your point if a lot of these other running backs didn't have question marks. But a lot of these guys that you're mentioning, they also have question marks. And Tomlinson has done it. And about the age of 30, let me tell you one thing. Emmitt Smith, age 30, had more rushing yards than he did the 3 years before. Walter Payton at age 30 had one of the best seasons ever. So it doesn't mean just because you're 30 that you're going to break down. So I still think Tomlinson can put up numbers. And again, he's only missed one game in his entire career.
Well, you know, he's not what he used to be. That's the point. I'm not saying that he's totally going to stink this year, but he's not a middle-of-the-first-round pick. I'd rather go, like I said, maybe with a wide receiver. A lot of running backs have question marks, but they have more upside. Frank Gore has more upside. Even Brandon Jacobs might have more upside. Maybe not as an all-around back. Frank Gore certainly has more upside. I want to go with an upside pick. I don't want to be boring at number 6 overall. LaDainian Tomlinson is boring. There's no upside left.
He's not boring, okay? He can still put up numbers. You have to attribute to the fact that he had some injuries last year. That slowed him down, and he still put up those numbers. So if he's healthy, they said it in the offseason, he's looked great. They're going to get him the ball more. He's still first-round production in my eyes.
LaDainian Tomlinson, first-round pick or not, I say no. He says yes. This has been Scott Engel and Adam Ronis for Fantasy Playbook.